Okay, let's go. We have an unboxing today. We have a special unboxing, actually. This is the inaugural release by a new company called Punch Audio. No relation to the Kiwis here's Punch. This is the third that I'm sure of. Thea Audio's very first release. I'm sure that I put the first unbox or the first video up, and then so Thea Audio and then Zigat, and this will be the third one. And again, the company's called Punch Audio, and it is a company that has 3 sets that are going to be coming out. It's this set right here, which is, if you use the coupon codes that they got, it's going to be $279 for this, which is a 2DD 2BA. These are branded balanced armatures, and then a planar magnetic, so it's a tribrid. It's $279 after, if you don't, plus 50, so it'd be, I guess, about $320. There's going to be a DD coming out that's going to be bass emphasized, but it's going to have extension. That's what I'm being told. That'll be budget. And then there'll be another one that'll be a dynamic and planar combo with, again, elevated bass, doing different types of things with the bass. But this is a company that's basically targeting bass lovers, bass aficionados, music lovers, people that like their low end. The box is, this is the Arcanis, again, the Zigat. I think I was the first one to do a video for this. And the box in comparison, this is a little bit bigger. It's actually a lot bigger. It's about twice as deep. So it's actually a lot different, actually. Let's take a look at it real quick. It says bass set right here. It says bass set actually all the way around. I got something else to show you guys. So embrace the bass. I'm listening to Kendrick Lamar right now. And I have Kendrick Lamar's earphones right there, which is wild. I'll talk about that in a few minutes. I'll have a graph for this up probably by the time you see this video. If not, it'll be up within a few hours from when this video gets uploaded. I think it'll be faster than that. So this is the cover. I actually like it's red, it's black. There's not really a lot of other colors going on. I think those are good colors for bass. Open it up and we have a flap door, which kind of reminds me of the Timsock. Open this up, and then we have the brand right smack dab in the middle, Punch Audio, and then we have the shells, which actually look really nice. Okay, this is actually a cover that comes off. This looks kind of sharp. This looks like a nicer presentation than the... Somebody pointed out on my channel that this looks like the company that makes JQ Audio. Something about the... I'll show it in a minute. Let me go ahead and move this over here for just a second. This is from a different set, so let me go ahead and get that completely off the table. And then inside this padded trapdoor, which is quite cool, we've got a case on the inside, and I'm assuming everything that you need is going to be on the inside of this case. Oh, yay, yay, yay. I was kind of hoping not to get that very generic black cable, which is actually with Kendrick Lamar's IEMs, but that's because they don't care about cables. This actually looks quite nice, and it has interchangeable. This is actually really dope. Guy gets his channel monetized finally, and he just keeps playing music in the background. This cable can be identified by looking at, okay, good, it's got the red blue dot, so it's very easy for you to identify. The rubber that's on the end is very, very subtle, actually. It's tightly wrapped. Sometimes if this is too thick, it can annoy people. I'm not one of those people, but people bring that up. The chin slider is, there are 2 different types. There's types that work, and there's others that really don't. This one doesn't drop. You have to force it down to adjust it, which means that it'll likely stay in whatever position you put it in, so that's nice. The Y-split doesn't have any branding. I haven't seen this particular piece of hardware at the Y-split before, so it's not ringing any bells. Also, the weave and this doesn't really look familiar to me. But that's actually really good. And it looks like it goes with those shells. So you've got, it's got branding on the termination. Subtle, it's white on silver, so it's not really jumping out at you. And it's got 3.5 and it's got 4.4. So the terminations are matching the split. This went into, I first heard about this company back in August of 2024. Because the naming of the Kiwi ears was said to be like, this might be a thing, like an issue. And I said, I don't know if these companies are going to really become and open up and do what they do. So I said, just, if you're okay, I'm okay. So that's how that happened. It comes with, it looks like, I'm going to call these narrow or wide, regular, or I guess you'd call them narrow. Not really, that seemed pretty regular. And then we've got 3 types of foam tips. And then we've got, this is a nice touch. A lot of people, ears bleed gunk, and really the only thing you need to do is be able to switch these, but people are getting online and like, where the hell do I find and what is the size of this? They include, like a lot of companies do now, which I think is a great idea, a couple extra. So those of you, I don't ever really have this problem, but I've seen some photographs from Michael Bruce handling other people's IEMs, and I've seen some wildly nasty stuff. Let's take a closer look at this right here. So you can gently push these from the body and then pull it out so you don't do any damage. The caps don't have any lips on it. I mentioned with the Volume S, that's not really a QC thing, that's kind of the design. I think they want you to be able to open it up. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got a very subtle, this is why someone said it was like kind of like the JQ, because they've got some stuff right here. And I have number 9. Sad face. Number 1 would be cool, but okay, number 9. So I think there's going to be other people that got this thing coming out to them. So you see on the inner nozzle, these actually look really, 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 really cool. It's not sparkly or shiny. Oh, it is just slightly in between these lava cracks. That's slightly understated, but I think that's really, really cool. The 2-pin is absolutely flush. It's got a lip on the metal. This might be slightly different actually than the JQ. And it's got this, the branding on the inside, if it's in your ear, nobody's going to see it. I'm very happy that they didn't put this like on the side or something. It would have totally ruined the look of this, because this looks, that looks actually quite cool with the logo in there. Because again, when it's in your ear, no one's ever going to see it. It's going to look like this. I'm going to put this on the cable real quick, and then I'm going to show you guys Kendrick Lamar's earphones. So obviously a review for this is going to be coming out. And like I said, if this is out of your price range, they are going to, every smart company caters to the budget market, if not just for that one-time sale and potential future sales, or to get them into the brand and maybe climb the ladder and take offerings that are up higher if the quality and the service and everything else kind of checks out and customer feels respected and happy. They can kind of move along. You can see the cable and the color. Yeah, some thought went into that. Yay. So that's the set. Review will be coming out. Remember, they've got like a virtual coupon that you can buy that'll give you $50 discount on it, which would put it at $279 for a 2DD, 2BA, planar tribrid. Again, my graph will go up. With a cable I've never seen before. Nicely packaged. It's like a step up from Zigat as far as that goes. And it looks really nice. I'm really glad they did something nice with this cable. Really, really look forward to this. And again, if you like your low end, they've got several things lined up that are going to be coming for you. And it's 2025, and feels like I've been waiting forever for a company to say, hey, we got you, not just randomly by like once a year, and then we're going to do other stuff. This is basically what they're doing. Now, just before you leave, I want to show you this. Fear Audio, it says Kendrick Lamar on the bottom. Because since this is like a bass headset, this is appropriate. If you've ever seen a graph of the KR5 or the K5, the Krypton 5, yes, the KR5, I have it right over here. This is actually one of the sets that was created and bound for Kendrick Lamar because Fear Audio is supplying his monitors. They're also supplying SZA, S-Z-A, her name is SZA, and they're touring the world right now. They're in America doing a stadium tour, and this is actually what he has, I think like 10 to 15 or something like that. I got a mail from Fear, and they said, we'll pull one of the ones that we're sending to him, and we'll send it out to you. It won't have drivers in it, but it'll be his exact set, which means that it's ear molded to his ears because it's a custom monitor. So this is exactly what Kendrick Lamar, if you go ahead and look at the Super Bowl, and I'll post the video when I do the full review. This is actually Kendrick Lamar's ear mold. And I have Kendrick Lamar up on my wall. And I told a story a long time ago on Discord about helping a Japanese dude who's kind of that life, a little bit gangster, went to East LA to make connections for his lowrider group, and was going really crazy because he didn't make any contacts. So I reached out to some friends in the area, and there's a story to tell, and I'll tell that. See, this cable right here, this is kind of what I was worried was going to be included with this brand, because I don't know what this brand is doing because it's the first thing. So I thought, please don't send something like this. But this is literally what a professional musician is using. But he's getting 10 sent to him, and he's probably had maybe a couple times that's been done while he's on tour, because they go through these pretty quickly. And he's a very active musician if you've seen the shows. So when I'm done with it, I send all kinds of stuff to you guys. All the people that have, the guy that got the Aether, he said I didn't get the cable. Sorry about that. That was unintentional, but I couldn't find the file thing. But this is something that I wouldn't give away, because this is how many people are going to have a actual Kendrick Lamar CIM? Why would you have that? It's a collector's item. And also when I'm talking about the set, I can talk about the CIM version. I can't listen to it, but I'm going to listen to the uni version, and then I can show Kendrick's. And then after that, I can put this in like a little display and put it near his album. Just so epic. I got to say shout out to Fear Audio, because this was a nice touch. Like the same shell that you're sending out to Kendrick Lamar with his set, and they sent that out totally for free, so that when I do the video for the KR5, I can explain kind of like what I just did. So that's just super dope. There's a lot of stories about this channel, and it's really, really, really tied to the music, because it's in every video. I always talk about stuff like Kendrick Lamar or Tupac Shakur or Van Halen or Pink Floyd, and that brings people who are in the business, who are producers or who do mixing or lots of things, band members. They kind of click with that because it's all about the music for them, and then they come in and they say, you said something and I totally, or they'll come in and say, what you were talking about, you kind of misspoke a little, it's actually this or that. So it's like an educational thing, because I got these pros bombing in and saying, I actually know that guy, and I toured the Grateful Dead, Tupac Shakur, people there. I won't get into it, but I'm very blessed. And this is an unboxing for the Punch Audio Martillo. The shell looks absolutely stupid awesome, and the cable looks like it really was thought about, and the presentation is better than the Zigat, and it comes with 4.4 termination, and it's designed for you if you're somebody that likes low end. So go ahead and check the graph tool, and hopefully it'll be up in about an hour, and I am out.